Alrighty guys, so it's happened. The fire's going. I got a nice bed of coals. Can probably rotate you over a little bit. It's actually really hot, producing quite a bit amount of heat. So I'm gonna go get my supper started. Basic meal tonight. I'm not gonna do anything fancy. I was thinking about going out and getting a steak, but I was too lazy to go walk to the store to get a steak. So we're gonna stick with our normal everyday meals here. I'm gonna start today's meal off with something I actually need to get rid of a while ago. Red beans, rice, some seasoning, and some dehydrated vegetables in here. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cook that up, a little water, a little olive oil, and then I'm gonna heat this up and throw it on top and mix it in. This is the Southwest style chicken with corns and beans. So these are two very similar dishes, and I figure together they will combine to make one awesome dish. I don't know how much water I'm actually gonna need out of here, so I'm gonna be kind of free guessing this here today. But I got my 18-ounce Ozark Trail little tiny cook pot. So we're gonna put this right on the edge here, and I'm gonna add some more sticks and stuff to the fire, and I'm gonna push over some coals as I do that, so that way we get a nice even cooking surface here. I finished my first beer, guys. Let's see, where is the can? The Rastafari Ale. I really like it. It's got a really hoppy, like a tangy bite to it when you drink it, but it's not too much. And some beers that are like that, I find when you drink them, they kind of leave a flavor, an aftertaste, or a feeling with you right in the throat and kind of a little bit lower. This one doesn't do that. It goes down very smooth, very easy. So big shout out to Blue Point Brewing Company from Long Island, Rastafari Ale. Out of 5 stars, I would give it a 3.5, which is a pretty good little rating there. So 3.5. And then coming up, I have a local brew. I'm going to drink this while I eat my supper. It is Whistle Punk Double IPA. A little bit stronger of a beer. It's going to be a little bit more hoppy, a little bit more crazy tasting, but I'm excited to give it a try. Yeah, I'm excited. We're going to get this cooked and have that second beer. And I'm going to get some talk radio going. That's a big thing my father taught me. When you're out alone doing a solo in the woods, you know, at nighttime, it gets a little weird just sitting out here by yourself. No one to talk to, nothing to do. And so talk radio is a big thing for me. And my dad used to do that. He used to make snow at a ski resort. And when he would take breaks, he'd hang out, wait for the sunrise, so he'd go skiing in the morning. And he'd just sit there and listen to talk radio and pass the hours. So once it gets too dark to really do too much recording, I'm going to sit in my hammock and listen to some different lectures and talks that I have downloaded on one of my phones. And it should be a nice way to spend the night, just kind of hanging in the hammock. You can already hear that rice cooking up, so I'll get that cooked up and I'll get right back to you guys once it's done. And thank you for watching if you're still watching, and I'll be right back, guys. Alright guys, I don't know if you can see or hear, but right there is a deer. There it goes. Big deer. Holy smokes, big whitetail. I'm not that far out of the city right now, guys, and honestly, I heard something crash and I thought it was a human being. So I stood up, looked around, and I saw its big fluffy white tail. And you know, it must just be following. There's a little river that goes around and down this way. And then somewhere over here is a pond. So I think it must have been going to check out the pond. And it's still over there. It's checking me out, I think. Hey deer. I ain't got no beef. I'm just chilling. I got an extra beer if you want one. That's awesome. That's really cool. Well, that's first wildlife I've seen in a little bit, at least on any of my my camping trips here. Didn't think there would be a deer this close to town. He'll probably be prancing around all night, so that's kind of cool actually, because when I go camping, if I hear some weird noises in the woods, I don't really mind. You know, I've got a big old pocket knife and I got a sharpened stick, and I've had a couple beers, so whatever, dude. You know, if someone wants to come get me, but when you get to put a face to the sound, now whatever, Sasquatch could be right there poking me in the face, and I'm just gonna be like, it's a deer. It's just a deer. Whatever. Sun's almost setting there. You can see it. Pretty much we're down just to ambient light here in the forest. Supper is still on its way there. It's boiling quite along. I might have to throw some more rice in there or some quinoa or something to kind of thicken it up. But it seems to be doing okay. I haven't burnt it yet, so that's all that matters. I'll bring you guys back once I start eating. I'll crack that beer open and we'll have a quick talk, and then from there we'll go probably to me hanging in the hammock and just relaxing, and then it'll be morning time. So that's my itinerary for the video. If you guys are still watching, much appreciated. Stay tuned. We'll have some good food to eat here in just a second, and hopefully another good beer to drink. So thank you guys. Yeehaw! Alrighty guys, so we've done it. It's amazing. I'm loving it. Every second of this is wonderful. I literally cannot appreciate enough, doing this kind of stuff. Hanging out with you guys on YouTube, being in the community I'm in, making the friends I have, and just getting out here and enjoying nature. Not everyone gets to do this, and not everyone understands it, and that makes me appreciate it even more. So right now, guys, I'm getting kind of sappy. It might be that one beer I drank, but I don't care. It's probably because my supper's done. So the rice is cooked. Red beans and rice is done. I'm going to add in some cold, but hopefully will soon be heated up, Southwest style chicken. I think the combo of these two is going to be really good. We're going to rip open the pouch. Oh yeah. Very nice, very nice. Basically, I'm just going to spoon this into my my cup, and then I'm going to mix it up. And both of these things that I'm mixing together are very similar. Spanish dishes. They're not very spicy, which is good because I get heartburn sometimes. Ooh, I just heard like a dog, or might have been a kid or something way off in the distance making some kind of noise. Probably a cougar, a fisher cat. In about, I want to say 2 weeks at the most, I'm going to be traveling 50 miles away from where I currently am. This time of year, I would normally be starting up my job, my summer job as a zipline guide at a ski resort. I don't really like working at that ski resort, and it's been 7 years. And last winter, this past winter here, I just decided that I'm not doing it anymore. I don't want to work there, and I love skiing. I love a lot of the people that are around there, but I just, the place is run like a donkey show, and I don't want to be there. I don't want to give 110% for a place that doesn't want to give out 100% to the guests and to the people that make the business what it is. So I saved up as much money as I could, and I made the decision over the last month or two that I am going to basically be a bit of a YouTube bum. I'm going to buy as much food as I can with the money I have left, and I'm basically going to survive and hang out and spend a lot of time in the outside world, hopefully. And with that, I want to, bring a lot of content to you guys. I want to figure out what I want to do in the next year or two of my life, whether I want to stay where I am or go somewhere else. These are all decisions that I gotta make. I gotta make sometime soon. I'm 24 years old. I had a career. I had a job I liked. Didn't like it anymore, and here I am now. So I'm gonna travel back to where that ski resort is, and I'm gonna go see my friends. I'm gonna go see my second family. I'm gonna spend some time bushcrafting and camping out there. That's where the river location is from some of my earlier videos. And yeah, I'm gonna spend 4 to 5 days out there at a time, just hanging out, basically doing this. And you know, I hope you guys like that kind of content as well. I hope you guys enjoy that. But that should be at the end of June is when I'm planning to do that. June and July. Definitely the fall months I want to figure out what I want to do. Not too sure quite yet. So, here we are, YouTube. We got it made, guys. This is a Spanish rice meal like no other. We're going to mix in the two different meals. We've got a ready meal and just some instant rice, basically. Mixing it in. Very nice. That's extremely good. So, I'm going to kick back. I'm going to eat this for a little bit. Pretty big portion here. All 18 ounces of my cup is filled. So I'm going to eat this, get it all digested. And then I'm going to bring you guys back for one of the last videos of the night before I hit the hay and it gets too dark to film. I'll give you guys a nice, good review on this beer here. Made in Maine, my home state. Local brew. And it's supposed to be pretty gnarly, so we'll give it a good old 1-2, guys. I'll bring you guys back in just a second. Stay tuned, maybe have a snack of yourself. Man, this is better than like margaritas or like south of the border or any Mexican place I've ever been. Alright, guys, I'm gonna eat this. I'll bring you right back. Alrighty, guys, so alright, YouTube, it's getting a little dark. I'm still working on my supper here. But I figured I'd record before it gets too dark to really, you know, see anything. I got my bug net installed. Basically, I put up a second ridge line. And this bug net will just slide across. It doesn't cover my whole hammock, but it does cover my body and then some. I've got an 11-foot long hammock. I'm about 6'4", so I'm a pretty tall guy. This is a insect bar, cot type nylon netting. Interesting story about this. I ordered this off Amazon, off an Army supply dealer. It's United States military bug net. You know, pretty standard stuff. I was excited when I first ordered it because all the reviews, or a lot of the reviews, basically said that, you know, it was good for hammock using. It was good for a lot of people said you could like put it over your whole entire car. Like this net would fit over your whole entire car. I looked up, and with these military things, there's an inventory number on it. It has a specific number, and there's two different bug nets. There's one that goes over a cot, there's one that goes in a tent. I specifically made sure that I ordered the one that goes over the tent. It was the only one this Amazon store offered. It was a great deal, $18, and all the reviews said it was the one that goes over the tent. I received this in the mail about a week ago. I just from the package, I could tell that it wasn't what I ordered. And when I opened it and started spreading the net out, I was like, there's no way that this is the net that I wanted to purchase. Whether or not I made a mistake or not wasn't really the point. It was the Amazon page had all sorts of reviews saying the dimensions of the tent, the net, the dimensions of what it would fit over and how you could use it. And there's no way that this is the net that he was trying to sell. So I emailed Amazon, I emailed the dealer, and I said, listen, I'm pretty frustrated, you know. I don't have a whole lot of money. That $18 could have been used for a whole lot more than just a bug net. And it's not even the bug net that I ordered. So, you know, what are you going to do to help me here? I expected the dealer to email me back and say, yep, send us back the bug net, we'll send you back money or the correct bug net. What the dealer actually did was immediately refund my full purchase. So I got all my money back and told me to keep the bug net. So two things there that's a little weird. You know, people just don't give away free stuff all the time, so I think this guy might be trying to scam people, because the net that I was intending to get is a lot more than this net. Now, obviously, I received a free net out of the deal. And I emailed him back. I said, hey, I really appreciate that. That's a great answer, you know, to my customer service issue. But, you know, basically I told him, if you're trying to scam people, I want to put a stop to that. And I have no clue what's going to be done about it. I emailed Amazon again. So hopefully nobody else falls for that guy's trick. But it did score me a military-grade bug net that does slightly work. So we're going to see how that goes tonight. Hopefully I don't get eaten alive. The bugs aren't too bad now that the fire's going. I'm going to open up my Whistle Punk IPA, double IPA, and we're going to see how that goes. Woo! Just right off the smell, it smells very floral. It smells a little bit like gin. For anyone that drinks gin, this smells a little bit like gin. Like a pine, very aromatic, like pine flavor to the smell. Wow, that is not bad at all. Just from the description on this beer, they made it sound like it was going to be kind of scary. It's definitely a double IPA. It's very hoppy, kind of peppery at the end, but very smooth. Tastes amazing, actually. Very citrusy, and it's got that kind of gin flavor towards the end, like a juniper. Tastes like junipers. So, Whistle Punk Double IPA by Sebago Brewing Company. Well, let me take a couple more drinks before I give it a rating. That's not bad. That's not bad. Now, this is my second beer in. This one's pretty potent at 8.7%. So I feel like my rating is going to be a little off, but I would give this a 4.0 out of 5 stars. Just for the bang of the buck you're going to get, I'm going to feel this after I'm done drinking it. It's definitely a potent beer. And the taste is really nice. Very citrusy, very floral. And I'm enjoying it quite a bit. So, cheers to you guys. Thank you for watching. I'm going to bring you guys back once it's kind of dark. I will show you guys around as I'm hanging in the hammock and listening to talk radio. And then I'll bring you guys back once again in the morning and for the hike out. So, thank you guys. Stay tuned. Have a beer. And get out there and enjoy nature, huh? YouTube. I don't know if you guys can see me. I highly doubt it. Hold on. Let me plant this in the ground. Oh God. You guys almost fell. Let me just get a light on. Oh, strobe party. Ah! All right. So, I don't know if this is too bright. I don't know what this looks like, but I'm pretty much hitting the hay. It's almost 10 o'clock now. I have a buddy burner going, and I'm going to let that just burn until basically I feel like I've had enough of it. Oh, there's a giant mosquito catching on fire inside my buddy burner. Shout outs to that giant mosquito that's catching on fire right now. But I'm going to let the fire dwindle down. I'm going to let my buddy burner dwindle down. And I'm just going to continue listening to talk radio. Tonight is Terrence McKenna and Alan Watts, so if you guys want to check out what I'm listening to, those are the two gentlemen that I'm listening to their lectures. Great stuff, just very, very interesting, very intellectual, deep stuff. A lot of it has to do with like magic, paganism, nature, you know, God, that kind of stuff. But very different from what most people are used to, so it's interesting, and I love listening to it. The woods have been pretty quiet. I still can hear that deer tromping around out there, so I think he's bedding down, or she's bedding down. And I did have some kind of creature. I'm not sure if it was a bunny rabbit or a frog. That's my two guesses, but something kept hopping around out behind my tarp here. and it's settled in and is, I'm assuming, watching me right now. So shout outs to the frog or to the bunny rabbit or whatever was hopping around behind my shelter here, but you know, hey, he's welcome to come hang out for sure. I got my 2 beers finished. I feel pretty good off those 2 beers, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, it's gonna help me go right to bed tonight. It is definitely dropping down in temperature a little bit. I got my neck warmer on. I'm gonna keep my hat on, and I got my sleeping pad, my my sleeping bag, and my wool blanket inside my hammock, ready to go. And my bug net's right over here. I'm gonna pull that over myself, and I'm gonna get settled in for the night. So thank you guys for watching this far. I really appreciate it. I'll check back in with you guys tomorrow morning, and we shall see how this hammock fares for the night. I've only slept in a hammock once, and it was I don't know, like a cordage hammock, like a webbing hammock. It wasn't parachute nylon. So I've never stayed in this style hammock, and I'm excited to see how it goes for the night. I got the bug net, I got the tarp, I got the sleeping bag and a blanket, plenty of comfort. So I think we should be all set. I'll check with you guys in the morning. Rave party, rave party. Ah, rave party!
Good morning, YouTube. Man, it is about 4:30 in the morning, and the birds and the creatures are all waking up and running around, making lots of noise. It definitely got cold last night. It dropped down to like 45 degrees Fahrenheit. I can see my breath right now, actually. I stayed really warm inside the hammock. Basically, I slept on my sleeping pad, and then on top of the sleeping pad I had my sleeping bag, which was pretty much open the whole night. I just slept kind of cradled in the sleeping bag, and then with my wool blanket on top. And that felt really good, nice and warm. It's kind of like a big pocket of warmth inside my sleeping bag. The bug net worked great. No chance of rain, so the tarp did a good job too. I gotta get up and start taking down camp. Go to the bathroom. I gotta go pee really bad. Alright guys, whew. So, I'm shivering, it's cold. Once I got out of that hammock, my fire pit's still a little hot, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to blow embers back into it, so I'm gonna see about just getting the fire going. Got my ferro rod and my char cloth in here. Brr, I am shivering, holy smokes. I'm gonna climb back in the hammock, screw the fire. Piece of char cloth. All right. Alright, there we go. Hopefully that keeps us a little warm here, just till the sun rises. It's supposed to get to 70 degrees again today, so I have faith that it will get warm. I'm probably gonna let the fire, I'm just gonna throw everything I have here on the fire. I'm gonna let it get nice and hot and then burn itself out. I'm just gonna hang in the hammock probably another hour, maybe listen to some radio. Gonna drink probably all the water I have, and then I'm gonna pack up and head out. It was a lot of fun, guys. I slept really, really well. Kind of on and off for a little bit there, but not due to the cold or due to the noises or the animals or anything, just kind of excited to be out, so I guess I didn't sleep that well. Definitely going to be doing this again in the next week. I want to do this once a week at least, because I had quite a bit of fun. Alright, I'll bring you guys back once it's a little bit lighter, and I'm about to close down camp, and we'll say our goodbyes and our do's, and that'll be that, my friends. Bring you guys around here. Alright. I'd say the sun's just about up. Can still see my breath just a little bit. Fire, I got it going and then let it get roaring hot. I could not believe the amount of heat that was being radiated off that fire. And then I just sat inside my cocoon of happiness. And just relaxed. Kind of woke up a little bit more. I had a little bit of heartburn, that went away, thank God. I get heartburn from the weirdest things, and then it's usually never bad, but it's like pasta. I mean, I did have a bunch of spicy beans, and I did have 2 16-ounce beers, but I drank a lot of water. I'm almost out of water, actually, which is good because I don't want to carry it all home. It's pretty nuts because yesterday I hiked in at 4 p.m. and I was sweating so bad, and my pack was really heavy, and I thought I was gonna die hiking in. I remember about halfway into the hike, I was just completely exhausted, and I was like, wow, I can't believe how hot it is right now. I can't believe how sweaty I am right now. And then it goes from that to middle of the night. I think I woke up and rolled over, and my sleeping bag, you know, I never completely zipped it up. I just let it stay unzipped, and it was on either side of me, and it was kind of lining the inside of my hammock, and one side had kind of drooped down a little bit, and I had curled over into, you know, in between the sleeping bag and the hammock. And I was like, wow, it's kind of cold out there, you know, like holy smokes. And I stuck my head up out, and that was probably 2 o'clock, 3 a.m. and it was cold. It was cold, I tell you. But I feel energized. I feel so rejuvenated. Like, I am so excited. I'm gonna get up, pack all this stuff. I'm going to hike home like I'm a champion coming home from war or something. And I'm gonna make a big old breakfast. I'm gonna watch a bunch of YouTube videos. I watched some last night when I was in the hammock. Bunch of videos, actually. That's probably why my phone is dead. But let's turn it on. I had to turn my phone off so in case of emergency. But I'm gonna pack all of it up. Should take me about 10-20 minutes, pack everything away. And then I'm gonna be on my way. Hopefully it doesn't heat up. I hope it stays cold for the next hour so my adventure home isn't sweaty. I appreciate you guys watching. If you like this adventure, please hit that like button. Leave me a nice little comment, some feedback. If anything, let me know what beer I should drink on my next overnighter. I think the next piece of kit is I need to get a DD 3x3 meter hammock tarp, because Old Blue is good for just blocking the sun, but my really good nylon tarp is not big enough to cover my whole hammock, and this is the only one that I have that is big enough. If it rained, I would not be happy. I think my phone just died again. Where's my other phone? Oh god. This phone doesn't have service, but it has music. 5:26 a.m. Alright, YouTube. This is Bushcraft Hippie. Thanks for watching. Get out there and enjoy nature. Peace out.